What's up, YouTube? This is Miss Brown's Beauty, and I just excuse me, I'm trying to get my laptop adjusted. I just wanted to say my piece on the shabby treatment that Bobby Brown received at Whitney's funeral. For starters, before I even began to give my opinion on that, I'm just gonna, give a shout out to Whitney. She will be missed. May you rest in peace, because that's all that matters. But since her death, it has been throughout all media outlets, seems like 24/7, something new about, Whitney this, Whitney that. How she was disheveled, and, the drugs, the this, the that. I said I would keep away from this topic, But, and then, with, I think I read about maybe, a few days ago, maybe 2 days ago, how Bobby wasn't invited, to the funeral, then he's invited, this and that. In my mind, I'm saying, okay, because you know how media likes to instigate stuff. I figure, okay, instigating. Media's instigating. Of course, they're going to let this man attend the funeral and pay his respects to Whitney and support his daughter. Bobby says from his own mouth, and you know what? Not there, but I do tend to believe it, that he couldn't. Security kept him from seeing Bobby Christina, and he was sitting in the back in the church at the funeral, and they kept asking him to move, to make room, or whatever. Security kept asking him to move or whatever. We all know that's something that's like very annoying. My thoughts are, for starters, why is he sitting in the back? Like, 15 years with Whitney was nothing, and that's family right there. Regardless of whatever, yeah, they're divorced, but regardless, 15 years and a child together, and you can't sit up in the front with the family? That's pretty shabby. Now, he said he didn't want to create a scene, so he left. So he was basically there maybe about and the media it says about 15 minutes, whatever. I don't know, but, dang, he can't even support his child and be up there with his child supporting her. Now, I didn't catch all of the funeral, on TV, but from what I did catch of it, the first thing I noticed is Jesse Jackson sitting up there in the pew. I'm like, what the hell he doing there? Me personally, I'm not a Jesse Jackson fan or Al Sharpton fan. To me, these people are fake and phony. Always a publicity thing. Always want to be up in the media and not really helping out in the community. So no, I'm like, okay, you mean to tell me Jesse Jackson is sitting up in that pew and Bobby Brown couldn't be up there with his daughter? Or at least sitting in the front row or some, or second row or third row or whatever, all the way in the back? That's foul. I mean, if this whole funeral was not just some type of spectator thing or a bourgeois spectacle, then let's think for a second. What would Whitney have wanted? You mean to tell me after being with someone for 15 years and having a child with them, and one of you passes, right, that you wouldn't want that other parent there to support their child during that time? I don't think that's what Whitney would have wanted. Honestly, I know I wouldn't, and I'm quite sure other people as well would feel the same way. Bobby Brown had every right to be there without being harassed by security, okay? Without being harassed by security for wanting to see be there for his daughter. What's wrong with people? That was foul and very shabby. And I just had to add my opinion on it. I know a lot of people like to blame Bobby Brown for Whitney Houston using drugs or whatever, but let's face it, in my opinion, and it has been stated by people who were close to her, that she began using drugs before Bobby came in the picture. And in my opinion, they both were using drugs when they met each other. Okay? I don't know. I just think it's messed up to keep blaming this man for Whitney using drugs when Whitney was a strong-minded person. She said herself no one could make her do anything that she didn't want to do. And as a strong-minded person myself, I can understand where she's coming from. Only a strong-minded person says something like that and means it. And from what I hear from others that knew her, who said she was a strong-minded person. Why blame Bobby for her drug use? They both were having difficulties kicking their drug habit. I think it's wrong. I think how it went down with Bobby was totally disrespectful, and it was definitely wrong. And you know what? It's going to breed separation between Bobby Christina and her father, because you're showing her, the family is showing her how to act towards her father, and that's wrong. Anyway, I don't want to go much further with it, but I can. But that's wrong. You don't do that. And I get so tired of seeing that. When people are divorced or separated, that doesn't, it always puts the child in the middle. And I'm sorry. That's shabby treatment. That was shabby treatment. And at a funeral, you can't put that aside. Especially if you want your loved one to rest in peace. If that's what it's truly about. That was shabby. He should have been up there with his daughter, supporting her in this difficult time with the passing of her mother. Hopefully, Bobby Christina doesn't get that sort of attitude where she doesn't want anything to do with her father because of her family. Hopefully, Bobby Christina and her father can have a solid relationship since she only has one parent left. But anyway, like I said, I just thought it was shabby, and I wanted to, I needed to make my comment on it. You don't treat people like that. That's wrong. And whether it's a bourgeois attitude, whether it's blaming him for Whitney's drug use or whatever, I don't know. But it was wrong, it was immature, and it's not going to allow Whitney to rest in peace, if that's what it's about. Anyway, what's your opinion? You think the family is right? And how they treated him? How they treated Bobby? I don't think so. I thought it was very shabby and callous. You got Jesse Jackson sitting up there. For what purpose? And Kevin Costner? But Bobby, AJ there, but Bobby couldn't be there, just even hold his daughter's hand to see his daughter? That's foul. Anyway, let me know what y'all's opinions are. And again, Whitney, may you rest in peace. I'm quite sure you didn't like that type of behavior that was going on with that. I know you couldn't. But may you rest in peace. And y'all take care. All right, bye.